Okay.
Assalamualaikum and greetings. Today is the 20th of September 2023. I am PM Gaharu and these are my friends Mr. John Dandret from Philippines and engineer Rico El Peligro from Philippines, and this is my inoculation team from RAL Plantation. Today I will share with you on one article on the inoculation of small trees using a small drill bit with and without putting anything inside. Okay, of late it has been shown in the social media that people produce Kynam sticks or Kynam Gaharu from agar wood without even having to put anything inside here. That is a scam. According to the norms of nature, when you injure a tree, you have to put something inside there to trigger off Gaharu formation. If you only drill holes and depend on the heat from the drill bits, what will happen is that Gaharu will only form around the holes. It will not form inside here, because inside this small branch here, it will need some form of fluid. Okay, it has come to our knowledge right now, but the scam they use to produce this Kynam sticks, they call it, they use, after drilling the holes like this, they use supercritical carbon dioxide extraction wood, which they inserted into every single hole to form a it will saturate the whole small branch. They will not show it on a big tree like this. You see, they only show on a small branch like this. This is how it does. First, we puncture holes into the xylem of this small branch. Okay. At about 3 or 4 inches interval. All the way right to the bottom. Right into the xylem. That means where there is cellulose. In the xylem is the cellulose. In the cambium is the sapwood. Gaharu will only form in the sapwood, in the cambium, not in the xylem. Around the xylem, yes, but not inside the xylem, because it is only cellulose. It will decay. Okay, ambil gambar sini. Remember, agar wood resin will only form in the cambium or around the xylem, but not inside the xylem. Inside the xylem is only cellulose. Cellulose cannot become resinous wood no matter what you do. So now, if you notice now, we have already made holes here. Do you think the heat from this drill bit generated by this drill bit is sufficient to produce Kynam like agar wood? No, the heat cannot produce Kynam like agar wood. It will only produce agar wood just around here. Unless, of course, you put in something else, like in this case, I put in a bit of inoculum. Like this. Just put in a bit of inoculum. This inoculum will enter the xylem and will saturate the xylem, and it will trigger off the formation of agar woods in the xylem. An inoculum like this is only about 10 to 15 ringgit. What they have devised, where they produce this Kynam stick, they do not use inoculum. They use oil. That is oil that was generated from supercritical carbon extraction, and oil that could not be sold in the open market. So they use that oil to put it inside here. See? Just like this. The same pattern like this. The oil will then travel inside this small branch, saturate it, and there will be plenty of wood inside here. But this oil is not generated by the tree itself. This oil was inserted into this into the small branch. They do not use big trees like this because it will not work. They only use small branches like this so that people will be convinced, wow, there you have beautiful, fully saturated what you call agarwood oil. So remember, nothing can beat the norms of nature in the formation of agarwood. When you inject, you must put something. You can put, well, there are 1001 things you can put. You can put inoculum. You can put supercritical carbon dioxide extraction oil. You can put Nescafe. You can put paraquat. You can put pesticide. You can put coffee powder. You can put anything at all. It will trigger off formation. But to have a branch like this full of oil, you need something special. You need oil. And the oil is wood. And the wood is from SFC. Okay, now, when they cut this branch, you notice it's black. But the blackness is only in the center. Okay? There is nothing in the cambium. There's only in the xylem. One of the what I call the persons who introduced this contacted me a few days ago, and I asked him, can it be used? No, it is not good for burning because it is not burnable agarwood. It will affect your health because it is oil generated from an extraction method. You cannot burn oil. If you use this to produce more oil, it will not work because oil will not evaporate. Only water will evaporate. Okay? So remember, whatever holes you make like this, you will get something like this. You will get something like this when you put in inoculum. If you put in oil, this will become very, very oily and very black. In this case, I put inoculum. It is only about less than 50 cents per hole. Is it expensive? It's not expensive. So my friends, remember, please do not fall to this scam. This scam about producing Kynam. This tree cannot produce Kynam because Kynam is not a tree. Kynam is fossilized or petrified agarwood which forms naturally in the ground from old trees dying in the wild. Old trees naturally dying in the wild will form Kynam. We cannot form Kynam. It's just like claiming a Proton Saga to be a Rolls Royce. That's what is happening, you see? Or claiming maybe we call a Mercedes to be a Bentley, something like that. So remember my friends, please do not be scammed. This is how. Now, I'm explaining it to all of you so that this scam has started in the year 2010. Came to Malaysia in 2016. Before that, it reached Thailand and Vietnam. And they managed to repulse it. Came to Malaysia in 2016. It met a very great uproar. It was silenced. It came as Kynam, Q-I-N-N-A-N. But now it resurfaced again now as Kynam. So you see, when you produce something, you don't change the names, okay? If it's Kynam, it's Kynam. It's Kynam, it's Kynam. In this case, this is a sinensis tree. We have just inoculated a sinensis tree. Next today, I'm going to show you what happened on a subintegra or krasna tree. Thank you for viewing. I am PM Gaharu. With due respect to all my Filipino guests, sharing means caring. Thank you.